struggling to pay its electricity bill, with an unelected octogenarian as head of its government, communal mobs running in the streets, and an animus Arakan army at its border. Bangladesh is going through a nightmare, but The Economist thinks all those things aren't important. What's important is that Bangladesh toppled an elected prime minister who The Economist calls a despot and took strides towards a more liberal government. And these two assertions are such an achievement that it makes Bangladesh the country of the year. While we can't ask The Economist to change its decision, but the London-based weekly newspaper magazine was offered an unsolicited reality check by several social media users. Farron Jeffrey, deputy director at ITCT, a Hague-based think tank, wrote on X that the West knows how to crack the best jokes. As a matter of fact, Bangladesh has been in chaos ever since Sheikh Hasina was forced out of the Prime Minister's office. Months later, the country is far from being stable, from a law and order point of view and economically as well. With communal violence having increased multiple times in recent weeks, it is shocking to note that while The Economist is well aware that Islamic extremism is a threat, it has chosen to refer to Bangladesh as a country which has taken great strides towards a more liberal government. While there's no denying that civil society groups blamed Hasina's government for enforced disappearances and human rights violations, but the government which was replaced in the so-called student-led coup brought about 15 years of stability in Bangladesh that helped in economic growth and kept communal forces in check. As per The Economist, the winner is not the richest, happiest, or most virtuous place, but the one that has improved the most in the previous 12 months, The Economist argued. Like every year, 5 countries made it to the shortlist. Syria was a late entrant after the Bashar al-Assad regime was toppled, and managed to make it to the second position on the list. The others on the shortlist were Argentina, South Africa, and Poland. While commenting on Syria, The Economist noted that Mr. Assad was easily the worst tyrant deposed in 2024. But the quality of what replaces him matters, too, it said, and acknowledged that Syria may fall apart. US-based Sankrant Sanu on X posted this. Wondering what improvement is The Economist referring to, especially given the rise in persecution of minorities in the country in recent weeks? Gaurav Dalmia of the Dalmia Group Holdings called it a debatable choice. The economic situation of Bangladesh, about which even the International Monetary Fund, IMF, and experts have expressed concern, is another big reason why many on social media question the choice. Bangladesh risks plunging into an economic crisis in the coming days if the government fails to swiftly accelerate public and private investments. The country's post-COVID recovery has been hindered by high inflation, a balance of payments, BOP, deficit, and financial sector vulnerabilities. Real GDP growth has moderated to 5.2% in the fiscal year 2024, down from 5.8% in the previous year, and is projected to decelerate further to 3.8% in FY25. Amish Tripathi, a banker-turned-author, highlighted that previous winners of the title, including Tunisia, Myanmar, Armenia, and Ukraine, met tough outcomes. In India, we have a term called Panauti, said Tripathi, using the Hindi word that roughly translates to bad omen, while sharing the list of countries. He reminded his followers on X that The Economist as country of the year: 2014 Tunisia, 2015 Myanmar, 2018 Armenia, and 2022 Ukraine. He wrote on X. It seems all The Economist focuses on while declaring a country of the year is regime change. While declaring the winner, The Economist made the regime change bias evident. It said, "Our winner is Bangladesh, which also overthrew an autocrat." What do you think about The Economist's choice? Don't forget to share your thoughts with us in the comments section.